me?
Nope, it's on. Okay, hello folks. Um, Falagar here, and got a real treat for you guys. This is going to be a review here, but I'm not alone. A very great YouTuber that I think I was subscribed to him, and he subscribed to me for about a month now, or a little over a month, I would have to say. Okay, I just want to get this right. His YouTube name is armantryx Alpha.
You are correct, sir.
All right, armantryx Alpha, and his real name, of course, is Josh. He hails from Georgia, is it?
Yes, from
Georgia.
the south.
All right.
From the south. All right, I gotta change my save folder here real quick. Go
Sure
ahead and
thing.
talk.
Okay,
Go ahead
and
and introduce, the topic.
the topic is the Resident Evil franchise here. The movies, of
Woo!
course. Um, I'll just let you guys know right off. I only played up to, I think, Resident Evil Nemesis, and that was back during PlayStation 1 days.
Ooh.
I enjoy. Yeah, I haven't played any of the the newer stuff that they put out. Um, but that's fine. I still enjoyed this series and these films. I know a lot of folks didn't like it because it wasn't exactly like the game. But here's the thing: if they wanted something that's exactly like the game, with story wise and the characters, well then just go ahead and play the game. If you want something different, well
Mm-hmm.
then that's what the movies are for. The movies, you want to have something new. They try to bring some elements of the game into the series and some of the characters, um, but ultimately it revolves around Mila Jovovich's character, or Mila Jovovich's character, however way you want to pronounce it.
Hold on one second. Okay, I'm recording again. All right.
You're recording.
Good.
Okay,
We're
so now
good.
you hit the
We're
record.
good. So,
All right.
all right. So, real quick,
Yeah.
everybody watching my side, I am currently Skyping with Falagar517, right?
Thank you, sir.
Falagar517.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, good. So yeah, he's a movie reviewer on YouTube. I have got to put your channel link in my thing, and I'll feature your channel too.
Thank
I
you.
only do
I'm
that
going to
for
do the
select
same.
people, so you're special. And so everybody knows what
Thank
we're
you.
doing. We're doing the Resident Evil collection. I was gonna say franchise, but collection sounds better.
Collection.
Sounds
Okay.
more
Sounds more better.
professional.
Sounds more professional.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
So there we go. This
So
is, of course,
yeah,
I'm
I don't know
holding up
if you
the
have the
first one
same
right now.
one
I,
that
I
I
believe I
do.
do. When I saw it, yeah, it's got the same
She's like
well,
got the guns pointed up.
yeah, and she's got Michelle Rodriguez behind her, and I believe
Oh, I
this
was
was.
talking about the whole collection thing.
Oh no, I don't have the whole collection. I got them individually.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So we're talking. So
So
up first, I guess, is
yeah,
Resident Evil #1. Let me get it back for you guys so you can
RE1.
see.
Okay, so there
Here we
we go.
go. All right.
So let's talk about it.
All
Now,
right. Good.
I
Let's
just want you
go.
folks to know I did see it. It's just you're probably wondering, well, wait a minute, his is still in the shrink wrap. It's not even opened. Well, I've seen my I have these on DVD as well, up to I think up to Apocalypse. No, I'm sorry, up to Extinction. And then when I got these on Blu-ray, just never got around to watching my Blu-ray of it because I just at the time of getting these, I just recently came off of watching all three of them. So okay, so that's the reason why. So I have seen them, and I've seen them like probably 3 or 4 times, a piece, each of them. So I'm pretty versed with with the story of this. Okay, so you have something to add, or still there, Josh? Uh-oh, not good. Hold on here, folks. Something happened. There is a problem with this call. Hold on while we try to get the call back. Sorry about this, folks. Maybe if I try hanging up. And oh, not the video call. Oh shoot. No. Not the video call. I messed up there. Call. There we go. Sorry about this, folks. Trying to get back in contact with Josh. Huh. Is he still on? Sorry about this, guys. Hmm. Okay, well, in the meantime, I'll just continue where we left off. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, but you know, I personally did not have any kind of problem with the fact that it didn't follow the same storyline as the games. I don't know how, excuse me, you know, the future of the gaming aspect, excuse me, of Resident Evil took, when it went to Xbox 360 and all that. But I had fun with these. Okay, the first one, of course, being where it's Mila and she has amnesia, and she's just basically trying to um, put the pieces together about but basically like where she comes from and her past, and she wakes up in this strange compound in this house, which ends up being a some sort of facility, corporate, owned by a corporation called Umbrella Corp, living underground, that have their I guess their facility, underground. It's basically what it is, and so she. Sorry, I'm still thinking like if he's gonna call back soon. I am so sorry. Let me see what's going on with this. Are you there? Still nothing. Try calling back. Okay. Along the way, he or she, I should say, or she goes by the name of Alice. She meets up with this military group that is brought in, and it's led by I forgot the gentleman's name. Oh wow, James Purefoy's in it. Okay, I think it is led by James Purefoy. And there's Eric Mebius. He's in it. Michelle Rodriguez. Still nothing. Okay. So, anyways, so I'll just continue, and hopefully he'll be able to come back on. Okay, and the whole thing with that, they come in there to basically sterilize the area, the base, and all the while the Red Queen, who is the queen of the hive of Umbrella, run automatically, of course, through computers, basically locks them up and basically feels as if she has to exterminate them because she can't have any witnesses to what's going on here. And they have this experiment with something called the T virus, and it's supposed to basically be almost like a super soldier serum, giving you heightened speed and healing and all that. But instead, it does something to the genes that. Oh, here we go. Welcome
I am
back,
back.
sir. Okay, all right. Good to
Are
have
you?
you back.
Did you
Yeah,
stop?
no, I did not. I still went on. I'm basically in the middle or near the end part of talking about what Resident Evil 1 is about. Basically
Oh,
telling them it's fine, it's okay, and then we'll give give your take on it. I basically said the basic outline of the plot, how
oh,
how she lost her memory, trying to reacquire her memory and put the puzzles pieces together, and then she meets up with Michelle Rodriguez and her team, and the queen of the hive,
yeah,
basically
oh
trying
yeah,
to kill them because she can't have any witnesses to what the events that went on down there, and the T
yep.
virus, how instead of doing what it was supposed to do, giving you like super healing and strength and speed, it instead regenerates, basically reanimates the dead and thus creates zombies, and as well as other creatures like the liquor, I believe you call them those things with the tongue, those creatures with the brain,
Oh,
those lickers.
there's a name for them that I can't
I always
remember.
thought they were called lickers. At least in the games, I thought they were called lickers.
You may be right.
In the games, I don't know if they have a different name for them.
You may possibly be right there. Hold on, let me. Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, what ended up happening anyways? You have to restart it, or
Oh yeah,
you have to
my
restart?
computer does that. It's like it senses that I'm having fun. It just goes. All
Oh,
right, so I'm gonna have to start
senses are having
fresh.
fun.
I want
Okay,
to start fresh here. So
okay,
all right,
so
now recording. All right, guys, we're doing this yet again. You're
okay,
probably going to hear me and his
yeah,
recording twice, but
right. And I
okay, I'm
I
looking on the
still
wrong
went
side of
on.
the
We're
screen.
already 10 minutes into mine, or 10.5
Oh
minutes
crap!
into
All right, so
so I basically
guys,
talked.
I'm
So let's hear
I
your
am
take on the
skyping
first one.
with
Go on.
Falagar517, and I need to link his channel in the description and also on the my featured page. But we're talking about I get it here. Resident Evil collection. So yeah, we're currently on number one, Resident Evil with Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
Did I get the name right?
Well, I guess it's pronounced technically it's Jovovich, I guess, but
Okay, Mila. I'll just call you Mila. And if you see this Mila, um,
okay.
I'm gonna put a ring on it. Anywho, there we got Michelle Rodriguez, and there's a back for you. And unlike Falagar's, mine has been open. All these have been open. The plastic's off of them.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So you've given your take on it,
Yeah.
or at least you might have been in the process of giving your take on it.
Yeah, I basically I enjoyed the film. I didn't mind, once again, like I mentioned, I didn't mind that it didn't it kind of strayed away from the plot of what folks might be used to in the games.
Uh huh.
But that didn't bother me one bit. I mean, I sat back, just enjoyed the show and watched it for what it was. Just basically maybe an expansion of what the game is, or just another take on the game, I guess, with these
Uh
films.
huh.
Not to be you shouldn't really look at it as if it's like a recreation of what the games were. It's
Oh
basically what
yeah,
it is, and
because
I still
I
enjoyed
know
it.
people have they've played the game and then they'll watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
They'll give the movie bad reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like a lot of people didn't like Alice being in the movie because she was never in any of the games.
Right, there we are.
I quite enjoyed
I
Alice.
enjoyed Alice, absolutely.
I mean, you see who plays Alice, and if you don't enjoy that,
Mm-hmm.
don't watch this video.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay. All right. So I don't know typically what questions you like to ask. So you can ask me and kind of interview me about this because you
Yeah,
know.
okay. Because I started talking about my take on it. Like, okay, well, first of all, what did you think of, like, well, basically the plot of the film and the characters in there? Besides, of course, Alice. Yeah.
All right. Well, I've um, Resident Evil came out when I was, I guess, growing up.
Okay.
You could say so. I thought it was like horror, hardcore horror, and
Okay.
I did not want to watch it because I thought it was
Mm.
going to be really scary. But
Mm.
then I remember like one night it came on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it. I'm like, holy crap!
Yeah.
And
On
then I was
TV,
like,
on
wait a
cable, or
minute.
on TV? Was it edited then?
Yeah,
Edited.
parts of
Okay.
it was
Part.
edited, but it's
Okay.
very easy to understand what they're saying, even though it's
Right.
edited. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, somebody's like, you're like, there's only one possible combination that could fill in that blank.
Right.
Only
Of
one.
course.
And when I noticed Mila Jovovich, and I'd never heard of her before, but I was confused. I was like, there's supposed to be a guy saving the day, but there's a woman saving the day. And don't
Yeah.
worry, people, I'm about to clarify that. I'm about to totally change my opinion. Don't
Yeah.
get mad at me just yet. So I was like, they've got a female as the hero, and I actually like that because, my opinion, I kind of like the female heroes over the male heroes.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, because the male heroes are portrayed far more than the females.
Right. Right.
But females they have more agility.
More
I'm just gonna
flexible
say they're
and just
smarter.
they're smarter. And I have to tell you too. I mean, for me personally, I love these films where it's where the hero,
Uh huh.
or
Heroine.
the heroine, or is it the protagonist? You call them also. The
Yeah, she's the protagonist.
protagonist is a female. I always have
Oh yeah.
a thing for films like that, like with the underworld films.
And let's see. Michelle Rodriguez. I'd seen her in like Fast and the Furious.
Mm-hmm.
But then seeing her in there, Michelle Rodriguez, she's gonna play like the hardcore, like tough woman character, and she does that.
Right.
And
Right.
I knew she was gonna be like the last one or last two. If she like when I first watched the movie, she was gonna live or die. So
Well, we
I
all.
actually like Michelle Rodriguez being in it. It was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
The there was a like the leader. the black guy that was leading them.
Yeah, we
I
all
didn't
know what
like the way
happened
he
there.
died. It's like he died too fast.
Oh, he was chopped. Yeah, with the lasers. I enjoyed his character a lot. Yeah, um, and just what happened, how he got trapped in the hallway with that in that with that, I guess that booby trap that the Red Queen had. Uh-oh. Okay, well, apparently he dropped again. Let's move on though. Okay, with to Resident Evil Apocalypse now. That sucks. I don't know what's going on with that, but with Apocalypse now, it basically picks up right after where the first one left off. I'm trying to think if there were any real returning characters. I guess it was Eric Mebius who kind of returns, who makes a semi-return, although he's not quite himself. This time around, she does battle with. It's also the Umbrella Corps, but she has an enemy in this character right here, named I think it was Nemesis. Yeah, Nemesis. That's what it was called. Yeah, Project Nemesis. Um, yeah, he dropped. And just like in the first one. Oh, here we go. Hey, pal.
Yeah,
I'm.
my Skype stopped working, but my computer didn't. That's good.
That's okay. So perfect. You didn't have to restart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I kind of
I think it's like due to me running Skype, which is a video thing and the
yeah.
camera. So
Geez. Okay,
yeah,
okay. Well, anyways,
yeah.
I'm talking about the second one now. And I just mentioned how with
Oh, second.
Apocalypse it picks
Okay,
up
hold on. I got to show the second
with
one.
the
That's it
first
right there.
one. Okay, yeah. And I'm holding. I just
Woo.
basically said how I without giving spoilers on how the first one ended. I just basically saying what we thought of it and what the basic plot line was, and I just basically stated that with Apocalypse it picks up right where the first one left
Yeah,
off,
pretty much.
and the enemy in here is now Nemesis. I believe was his name Nemesis.
Nemesis. It
Nemesis.
was
Okay.
yeah.
And were there any returning characters in from besides
No,
Ellis? There
because
really wasn't,
it was
except
her and that other guy,
yeah,
and they took the
which
other guy off. She kind of like got dosed up or something. She got knocked
yeah,
out.
she got knocked out. And when she woke up, she was in this, or I guess Raccoon City, where it's like a
Yeah,
post-apocalyptic world. Hence the name Apocalypse. Now in
yeah.
here, she meets up with, I guess, a group of a hodgepodge of people. There was Jill Valentine,
Oh,
of course,
you
played
gotta love
by
Jill Valentine,
Sienna
man.
Gullery. Beautiful, of course, gorgeous. I love
Oh
Jill
yeah, oh
Valentine,
yeah,
and she's a cop of the
oh
Raccoon
yeah.
Police Department. Um, there was her cop buddy. I forgot his. Excuse me, I'm burping here with the
Oh
Sprite here. There it
yeah.
is,
I
7 Up.
forgot his name too. It
But
escapes me.
something tragic happens to him, which we won't spoil, or I won't spoil, or
No, I won't
you won't
spoil it
spoil.
either.
Okay, good. Okay, and I did mention that the dogs make a return.
Oh yeah.
There's a bit in here where they take refuge in a church, and the interesting thing
Ooh,
about this is I watched the extra features on this, at least on my DVD, and I think they are the same. Yeah, well, anyways, that church was built from scratch because they would not allow. No, there was no church that would allow them to film that particular scene that took place, that the whole scene that took place in the church. It would not let them use a real church for that. So they had to simulate a church. So when you're watching that and you see the church, that's not a real church. They
yeah,
built that from scratch.
because you got the way churches are set up. They do cuss in that whole scene. They're
Yes.
there and there's killing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No
Mm-hmm.
church is going to allow you to cuss in the like while you're in the walls or shoot a gun off.
Right.
If your church does that, you need to get out while you still can, or close your
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah. Although, is that always the case? Because I've seen other films where it's taken place in a church, like Gangster Pics, and
Maybe.
it looked like
I
it
mean,
might be for this particular film, but I mean, it
I
really
mean,
looked
if
like it
you
was a
like,
church. But kind of going off on a tangent here, but
yeah,
yeah, let's skip that subject about churches. Now we're back on
yeah, we're
Apocalypse.
definitely gonna get off topic.
Yeah, and okay, and if you recall, remember the gentleman that was in the wheelchair?
Oh, Doctor. Doctor.
looking for his daughter.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his name. Doctor something.
Does it mention it in the back? After narrowly escaping the horrors of the underground high facility, Alice is quickly thrust back into the war, raging above ground between the
Yeah,
living and the living
I've
dead.
seen it.
Doesn't yes, he's the
Wait,
stealthy
I almost
lickers.
called it Doctor.
Dr. Loomis. No, that's Halloween. Yeah, I forgot his name.
Doctor.
But the villain here is Thomas Crutchman, which you guys might know from Wanted. He was also the bad guy in the film Next with Nicolas Cage and various other things as well.
Oh,
Which
that's
was
where I've seen
the
him
villain,
from.
yeah, from Wanted, if you recall, and from
Oh, okay.
and Next. This was another
Thank
good
you
one
for
as well.
telling me that. I've been
Yeah,
wondering that since I've seen it.
yeah, and you know what? They upped the ante on this one. I thought the fight sequences were superior to the
Oh
first one. The
yeah.
first one was great, but I mean, in my personal opinion, I found this one was far more action packed. I loved all the martial skills that took place in her, the hand to hand combat, especially that
Oh yeah.
graveyard scene with Jill Valentine, um, and Alice, and then all the other folks. Oh, what was that
Oh, they
other
kick butt.
gentleman? I forgot his name.
It was the
Um,
black cop guy,
him and the
Alice,
Hispanic
the
guy.
woman with the web with the camera,
Mm-hmm.
and Jill.
And the Hispanic guy too, working for the
No,
raccoon.
the Hispanic guy hadn't got there yet. They hadn't met up with them yet.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But he does. Okay. Yeah. That's right. That's right. I'm getting the
Yeah.
facts
Then
confused.
yeah, I don't want to get ahead of you
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I
That's right. No.
I'll
Thank you for
skip
pointing
to
that out.
the end.
I keep thinking they're all. It's kind of been a while, but I still have it. There might be some details here that might be slightly sketchy. Um, but once again, another fun one to watch. I mean, what did you think between the first and second one, in your opinion, Josh?
I
Like,
like well I do know the look of the zombies in the first one. They look better than the second one
oh,
because the second one I think the zombies had just gotten turned into zombies, so they hadn't
yeah.
really had time to like decay and stuff.
Although in that
But
graveyard scene, they were decayed.
oh yeah, well they were in decayed there. But I'm talking about like the ones going through the alley and stuff.
Yeah.
But like you said, the fighting scenes
Ex-
they were good.
excellent.
One of my
Excellent.
favorites was I think her fight with Nemesis.
Yes. Oh, brilliant. That first encounter and then the final showdown.
The final
Uh,
showdown is the one I'm talking about.
But that first encounter was pretty cool too, where they said, "Oh, this is it. This is the match we've been waiting for." She jumped off that bridge, and they
Yeah,
started
she
fighting.
just jumped off and
Beautiful.
how
Just
she
started
actually
charging the Nemesis.
yeah, he
Beautiful,
shoots
beautiful
a
scene.
missile at her like down this vent, and
Yes.
how she like
She cracks her
avoids
finger.
getting killed. She
Hmm.
turns over like one of those laundry bins, and the
Yes.
fire just literally goes around her. I was like, "That's awesome!" Wouldn't have thought of
Yes.
that. I would have looked back up the vent. You can't get me.
Exactly. Yes.
See, that's why I wasn't in that movie.
What do you mean?
That's why I wasn't in that movie because I would have looked up the vent
Oh,
when he
yeah.
shot the
That's why
rocket
you weren't
down.
in the movie. I gotcha. Okay, because you
Yeah,
would have done something like that.
if I could have been in the background, like one of the
Yeah.
zombies in the background,
Yeah.
after like at the end of the day, I would have said, "Can you just sign me this autograph and give me my money? I'll be good." Yay!
Now, okay. So now let's move on to Extinction. I just pulled that one out myself.
Yeah, hold
Good
on,
for
I'm trying to
Extinction.
pull it up.
Okay. Oh, this is in a
Yeah,
normal kind of case too.
the look of the cover. I just like the look of the cover.
The
Like
cover is
I don't know if
fantastic. Yes.
you guys can
Mila
see
on the
this. You've got
cover
some
and
crows in the background.
mm-hmm.
You got the Las
Infected
Vegas
crows.
sign, which gives you a clue as to where this is taking place.
Yes.
There's the
Yes.
back. Got the back going on there. Looking nice. Looking nice.
This one kind of takes place a little after the second one, where it ended, but they kind of Mila or Alice, I should say, went her separate way because she was worried that there was some kind of implant that Umbrella was spying on her. You want to take it from
Yeah.
here? Yeah, go on with the plot and everything. And
All right. So I don't want to say the ending of the second one, but basically we got a new villain here, and this one's called what's his name? Okay, basically it's another dude, another scientist guy. It's experimenting and stuff, and he's cloning Alice's because I think he's won the original Alice because she was able to bond with a T virus at a cellular level.
yes,
So he's been trying to clone Alice's, but he can't get it right. They all die by like one zombie in the most simplest of ways.
Because
All
they're
right.
running those
So they're
tests.
like in the middle of this desert, and like you said, Alice was with the Hispanic guy and RJ, but she
RJ,
separates
that
from
was
them
he was a great
because she
character.
figures out that Umbrella's spying on them, spying on her using the satellite. So she downloads their schedule. She stays off the grid, or so she thinks, or so she thinks.
Yes.
And there's actually a scene in the movie where she asks what time is it, and she immediately goes to get inside because she knows that's when the
That
satellite's going to be
satellite's
right
going to be
on.
over. Yes, yes.
Did I leave anything out? Oh, it takes place. This is actually the first zombie movie, I will say, that was made at the time. Up until that point, no zombie movie had been made during the day.
Really?
That I'm aware of.
What about Dawn of the Dead? Did you ever see Dawn of the Dead? That was during the day, I thought too.
Well, you
Yeah.
might be right. Okay, you know what? Scratch that. But
Yeah.
the director of this,
Directed by Zack Snyder.
a different director, but he had a lot of different concepts going on.
Yeah.
But the challenge of doing a zombie movie in the day, zombies are scary at night, but you need something else to make them scary during the day.
Yes, and in a post-apocalyptic setting. You know, like almost like a cross between a Resident Evil film and a Mad Max or something, right?
Yeah, and in this one, they're faster.
And they're fat. Yeah, you have a certain group that like the Uber zombies.
Yeah, like the Uber, like super zombies. They're faster, and you know you try to get you really can't outrun them unless you have a gun. That's the only way you're gonna outrun them.
Right, and well, Mila was taking them on hand to hand. Another beautiful fight sequences by her.
Oh,
more martial skills involved. And excuse me, we bring in some different characters in here. We bring in Claire Redfield.
Oh yeah, Claire.
Played by Ali Larter, and then we also have Ashante. Remember Ashante? She was in there as well. Yeah. She became kind of like RJ's girl.
Yeah,
RJ was cool. I absolutely love that guy. I like the whole references with the you know, where he was rolling the joint, and do you remember that whole bit? And you know, I won't spoil what the scene was, but there was a line with the Hispanic gentleman. He says, "RJ, you sneaky son of a bitch," because there was you know, there was a joint
I saw
still.
That.
Yeah, remember that part? It was like
up
in the.
Oh my god!
Great stuff. And Ali Larter looking beautiful and in top form, and very good fight sequences there. And the ending was pretty good. And you know, let's just say it has something similar to Attack of the Clones, if you remember that from the prequels of Star Wars.
I don't remember
Attack of the Clones. All the clone troopers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a moment.
Yep.
One of my favorite things in the movie is the guy that could tell what was in the can by shaking it.
Yes, that guy. He's like from Texas or something.
Every time I watch that scene, I have to eat something.
Yeah. I get like that too. Whenever I hear like there's a food part in a movie, I just get so hungry and I have to grab like almost either what they're eating or something similar to what they're eating and then just eat it while
it's a horror movie, then you'll wait. Or at least I will.
Yeah, that actually doesn't bother me. I've watched like things like I Spit in Your Grave and Martyrs eting food. And
like,
I was okay with it.
I've tried to watch like the Saw movies and eat, and one time I felt myself like I went, nope, here, take my food, I don't want it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
But it's with some movies. It all depends on how much gore and stuff's in it. Okay, we're going back to Resident Evil.
Okay. With Extinction now?
Yeah.
What else you want to add to that?
I was getting off topic. I was like, I need to get back. Now, you're still good. I was talking about me.
Okay.
You're fine.
Well, go on.
Everybody can tell you're not used to this.
No, it's cool. What else did you want to add to Extinction?
Let's see.
Other bits that you liked.
Let's see. I liked the scientist guy, the villain, because
Isaac, wasn't it? Dr. Isaac.
Dr.
Isaac. Yes, that guy was a prick.
Tyrant. That's who he plays. Tyrant.
Yes, Tyrant.
So if you've played the game, he's Tyrant, I believe, if I got that right. So he's one to capture Alice because he considers her to be the future.
Yeah.
And I won't spoil it, but it turns out, in his opinion, she's not the future, as he comes to find out. Because I will say this, he ends up getting bit by a zombie. So the only cure is the T virus.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say, for everybody that hasn't seen it. If you have seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I like how he goes behind the CEO's back. What's his name? Wesker.
Wesker, yeah.
Wesker, yeah. He goes behind his back, records his audio, and types it in a computer and makes it say
Yes.
what the words. I'm like, I want that program. Please
Yeah.
give me that program.
And this is the first one to feature Wesker in it. We didn't,
Oh
introduce
yeah,
that character.
and you can see the difference between Extinction and then what's this next one called?
Afterlife, yes, which
Yeah.
I just grabbed right here and I'm holding it up
Ooh,
right now.
Afterlife.
Afterlife. Now, what are your thoughts on that? Like, set everything up for this. How this started.
All right, I will
Because I
say
did the
this.
first two, and
As you guys can see, I have a PlayStation sitting right down there in that white container. I put this disc in there, and I was going over to watch the movie. Turns out there's a PS3 theme loaded on this disc.
really,
Yeah, it matches the cover just like that. So if you have this right here and you have a PS3, put it into your PS3, and you can get the theme. Yeah,
oh
and it looks
wow,
just like that.
huh. That
Yeah, it
is
changes red
fantastic.
and black. I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
Me,
and the picture is awesome too. I mean, look at that. It's
oh
actually a
yeah,
scene from
like
the
see,
film
there's
too.
the front, Mila going down with guns. There's the back, her with katanas and
Mm-hmm.
a nice black jumpsuit, which is good. As you can see, we got a new zombie there with a weird looking tentacle mouth, kind of. So this one takes place like years after Extinction.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They've been hunting I guess different branches of Umbrella and
yeah, so
hitting their company.
Mila tells Wesker at the end. I'm not spoiling. Oh crap! I'm not spoiling the ending, but she tells Wesker she's going to bring a few friends
Yes.
when she goes to see him. That's all I'm going to say. So the beginning of Afterlife, she meets up with Wesker,
Mm,
but something ends up
yeah.
happening, and she gets detoured big time, and then
Mm-hmm.
it fast forwards years.
Mm-hmm.
So the zombies have had time to decay and look really gross
Yeah. And
when you're
mutate
talking
in
about
some fashion
zombies.
as well.
Yeah,
It
and so
even
the human race is dwindled down. There's few groups here and there, here and there, and Claire took the survivors in Extinction, and yeah, I
went
got
to
that right.
Alaska.
Yeah, she took them to Alaska because they're trying to find Arcadia, which is supposed to be virus free and stuff like that. So that's why Mila stays behind to fight Tyrant.
Right.
All right, so by the time Mila catches up, she's trying to find Arcadia, and she finds the coordinates. She gets there. There's nothing but planes, dead planes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's basically losing hope. There's no humans left.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's dead. Why should she continue? And she ends up meeting Claire again,
Yeah.
but
She
she's got
makes a
this weird
return.
bug device on her chest.
Yeah.
So the only way she can get it off of her is if she knocks her out. She knocks her out, pulls it off, and it causes Claire to lose her memory. She
Yeah.
doesn't even know her own name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And they get on that plane.
Mila is literally the only person on the earth flying, which Umbrella can very easily track.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and Wesker even says in the movie, there's not a lot of people flying nowadays.
Right.
And that, to me, that's like Wesker saying, "We were watching you the whole time. You should be smarter than this.
Yeah.
Did you honestly not think we were watching you?"
Right. Right.
Yeah, so like they get to Los Angeles and they're seeing hundreds of thousands, possibly good million zombies
Mm-hmm. Almost like
surrounding
a
this
Dead Rising
prison.
thing.
And they get there and they find a couple survivors.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them I can tolerate except the Hollywood agent guy. I did not like him.
Now yeah. Of course, you're talking about when they
I can't
land on top
remember
of the
his
building,
name.
right? They land on top of the roof of some building.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
high
she
rise
lands on
tower.
top of the
Yeah.
prison. And the survivors there, I've heard transmissions from Arcadia, so they think she's from Arcadia.
Yeah.
Turns out she's not. She's trying to find it.
Right.
Comes to find out, Arcadia is a ship, not a place.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, so they're on top of this prison and stuff, and they got zombies surrounding the place. They can't go anywhere. So
Yeah.
they want to try to get out. I guess I'm going literally through this movie step by step at this
Yeah. We
point.
don't want to spoil too much, but also let's just say that she encounters someone that's let's just say she meets up with her brother
Yeah.
at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Played by I mean, if I could just find his name.
If you watch Prison Break, you
Yeah,
will
he's in Prison
recognize
Break.
him.
And what a scene to open up with for him. He's in Prison Break, and guess where they find him?
In
Right?
a prison. In a prison.
Yes.
You know what? I've never thought of that. It's never
Yeah.
clicked before, but now it makes perfect
He's in
sense.
Prison Break, and you find him behind bars.
My brain literally just went. It's
What?
been blown.
Yeah, it's been blown. But what did you think of the action now? I thought the action was also superb in this one, and the katana,
awesome.
great stuff. I can't remember if I saw this in 3D when I went to the theaters or not. I might have actually seen this one in theaters.
My favorite scene is the one where Mila or Alice and Claire are fighting the big thing with the axe.
Yes, Axeman. Yes, that was fantastic.
Oh my God.
Remember when
that was awesome.
I like with Ali Lauder's character, which is of course Claire. I think at this point she might have gotten her memory back, or at least most of it.
Yeah,
and
she had gotten her memory back.
What was the black gentleman? He was a sports guy or something like that. He was like in football. That guy was Luther West. That guy was fantastic.
Luther West.
I love that part where he goes, you see the Axeman taking down the cage or whatever, the fence. Luther, shoot that motherfucker. Remember that? So he shoots him, and nothing happens. Basically, is what that I thought that was fantastic.
He's like, "What the f is that?"
Yes.
And I'm like, and in my mind, I'm saying, "Why are you still standing there asking the question?
Yeah,
Run.
they need to get out of there. Exactly.
Yeah, I would have been inside, had have locked the door, and laughing at him.
Yes. Well, and of course
he got done.
They managed to get out of that situation, and they end up going to the ship and everything. But I don't want to actually. We should leave it at that. When they get to the ship.
There's one scene that actually really made me laugh. And everybody knows, if you've watched up to this movie, Mila Jovovich's character, Alice, loves guns.
Yeah.
She loves them with a passion.
Yes.
So they go down into this armory. And she gets in there, and it'd be a gamer going into all-you-can-eat
Was that
game
Afterlife,
shop.
or was that Retro? Oh, yeah, that was Afterlife. Yes. And that gun where you could put coins in it. I'm getting Retribution and Afterlife confused now.
Asks her, what are you doing? She's like, it's a hobby.
It's a hobby, yeah.
I didn't know really how good that would be, but it kind of makes me want to try that in real life. But
yeah, and
I'm too stingy with my quarters to attempt that.
Yeah. Oh, you want to know a great scene too was with Claire and Alice fighting the X-Man. Did you remember that scene? It was basically it was all Claire, really, and she ran and did that. I think she did like a flip off the wall or something like that.
Oh yeah, I could not have done that because
that was fantastic.
There's water all over the floor, and you could very easily slip. And it's like she's got suction cups. She's flip.
Yes.
And even though Alice, I will say this, Alice her powers end up getting taken away from her. I'm not going to say how, but she still manages to pull off some very sweet moves without them.
I don't quite get, did he, were all her powers taken away, or just some of them? Maybe just the telekinesis? All of them? Because she was still pulling off some pretty fantastical feats. But
remember, she was head of security at
So that's
Umbrella.
what it was. Okay.
Yeah. So she probably learned some good moves, but then her agility when she got the T-virus, doubled or tripled that. So if she could do one backflip, she could possibly do two.
Okay. Now let's move on to Retribution. I'm gonna grab that, and mine has the beautiful lenticular because it's a 3D one.
Mine doesn't. Mine's just like it's got Mila in the nice suit there.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But
suits.
The only difference with mine, it's lenticular, where it kind of pops out.
There we go.
Very
Bam.
nice.
I have to angle it for you guys so you can see it there. Mila holding looks like an automatic gun. Semi-automatic.
Yeah.
As you can see, guys, we've got Michelle Rodriguez back down there.
Yes, this one does pick up right after Ada Wong's in here, and
Ada Wong's definitely in there.
Pretty much almost the whole cast from the first and second one come back.
Yeah. It's first and second one. It's like a big reunion, and you don't really understand it. Like when I was watching it in theaters, and I watched the 3D version. 3D version tripped me out.
You saw this in 3D?
Oh, did I? Like the scene where the axe guy throws the axe.
Yeah. That with Ada Wong down in the streets, right?
Oh yeah,
that was fantastic.
Me out
yes.
Because if you saw it in 3D, he threw the axe. That axe literally came out of the screen, and everybody in the theater ducked their head back.
Wow. Yeah, I did not see this one in 3D, although
It
I did
was
see
awesome.
Afterlife
So
in
if
3D.
I recommend if anybody that has a 3D TV or 3D capability device,
Mm-hmm.
watch it
What
and duck your head because it
what
will hit you.
what's cool about
It
this?
will
It
hit you.
does include the 2D and the 3D version, which is quite nice. This
Sweet.
one. And
Nice.
okay, it basically does pick up right after Afterlife.
Yeah.
And I guess the basic thing, the
Yep.
whole thing, it basically takes place in like a holodeck or something,
Like up in
a holographic room.
there's a
It's
there's a
all
place up in Russia, Siberia.
Siberia. Okay,
I think I would say Siberia is where this takes place
yeah,
because if anybody, if you're watching my screen over here, you can see there's ice and stuff. And you see what looks like Russia over there, and we got some submarines,
yeah,
umbrella vehicles. So you're saying what's with all the different cultures there? And it
right.
explains it in the movie. Or would you like me to explain that, or just let everybody else just find it out on their own?
About what now?
Yeah, why there's so many different places in the world, like on the
Oh,
cover and stuff.
um, I guess you know what. Don't I guess we shouldn't go too much into detail, but we'll just let them know that it's if you guys are
It's
familiar with Star Trek, The Next Generation, there's a thing called the holodeck where you can basically program the computer to basically simulate any kind of world,
yeah, that
France
would definitely be the
or
best way to
China or something, and that's
explain it.
basically what this is. So that hence why they're able to go to different places, different areas. Although I didn't quite get how. Oh, you know what? How some of the people return and they return to evil. Let's, like some of the people from her past. Pretty much almost everyone comes back, and they're
Oh, you
evil.
didn't
I think they're
understand why they were evil?
they're evil. Were they clones?
Yeah, they
They
were
were clones.
clones.
Okay, that's why they were just programmed to be evil. That's right.
Like in that they also show hundreds of Alice's being cloned. So
Yeah.
like when they
Oh yeah,
cloned
yeah,
the people she was familiar with,
yeah.
they they changed their memories so they would come back as evil.
Except well, there's let's just say there's two variants on Michelle Rodriguez's character, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, there's two Michelle Rodriguez's in there, and they're complete opposites of each other.
Yeah.
One wants to take care of the environment. She's
Yeah.
a nice person. The other one will kill you if you even breathe.
How does the line go? Let's just say there's a little girl in here and says we won't say what her relation is to the group, but I met your sister. She wasn't very nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
hilarious. That's
loved it.
hilarious.
Love it.
Oh my god.
And I know a lot of folks ripped on Retribution as well, saying it was the absolute worst. And I have to say it's not the best, but I still think it went hand in hand with Afterlife. If you
I
see Afterlife, you have to see Retribution. I thought those two complemented each other very,
Yeah,
very
I
well, and I
did
still
too.
enjoyed Retribution. I still had fun with it. I liked the concept of where it was taking place. It's after everything, Resident Evil 1, 1 and 2 being like in the city, or one being more of underground. Second one took you out into the city. The third one was like in an apocalyptic Mad Max type world in the desert. The fourth one, where
Was
things are
in
starting to
Los
come back, and was in
Angeles.
Los Angeles. And now in the fifth one, being in Siberia, in this holodeck danger room type place. The danger room is where the X-Men go to train, and it's basically a similar thing to what the holodeck does in Star Trek, where it can come up with different holographic scenarios and destinations and places and characters and stuff that can just appear out of seemingly nowhere, but the dangers are real, and that's the thing. And I believe the zombies are real as well, and the whole thing. I mean, what did you think of the action and the fighting and everything?
To me, the action in this one was possibly the best one out
Really?
of all of them.
Really? Because I have to tell you, okay, well, let me just ask the question right now. Thus far, between the five Resident Evils, which is your favorite one?
Number three,
Number
Extinction.
three's okay. I personally have to say, I think, in my personal opinion, I think the second one is still the best one out of all of them.
Well, the reason why
Personally,
I like
in my
Extinction is, like I said, it's a zombie movie that's in the
Extinction was really,
daylight.
really good though too.
There's a lot of cool characters,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and to me, it's just I like the story,
Right.
and it's kind of hard to explain. It's just an all around good movie. Plus, they go to Vegas.
Yeah, and if you like Mad Max, you're gonna definitely love Extinction, because it's basically
Now, I
Do you ever
like the
see?
second one too.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is good too, but to me, it was like every other zombie movie. It's in a
Okay.
city. It's at night. And
Okay.
there's
Okay.
zombies.
but I think that the whole Nemesis thing kind of changes the flavor of that, you know, a
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
kind of does
That's what
because
I kind of enjoyed about that, and I thought, and the characters were pretty cool. I mean, there you had two strong ones, like two strong female leads, being, you know, of course, not just Alice, but Jill Valentine's character, or not Jill Valentine, but I'm sorry, Sienna Gullery's character, Jill Valentine, of course. And by the way, in Retribution, Jill Valentine does make a return
but she actually makes a return in Afterlife.
at the
If you
end. Yeah,
watch,
if you stay for
you
the
have
end
to watch
credits.
to the end. Watch
Hmm.
after the credits. Let some
Yes.
credits roll, and then she comes back on. And I must say,
Hmm.
the outfit.
Oh yes, good
That's all
stuff.
I'm
Hell
gonna
yeah.
say. That's all I'm gonna
Are
say.
you talking about Mila's outfit, right? Alice's?
No, I was talking about
Oh,
Jill's.
Jill. Oh, yes,
I'm
yes.
talking
Okay,
about
you're talking about
Jill's.
Jill. Yeah, I remember. I remember that outfit.
uh,
Yeah, let's just say it kind of pushes up some of her assets. Let's just leave it at that. But
woo!
now, did you see the trailer for Armageddon yet, or is that the trailer out for that,
I
or at
haven't
least
seen it.
I don't know if
I
the
haven't
trailer's
seen
out for that. Or
anything
you know what?
for it.
It kind of hints at what it's going to look like at the end of Retribution, though. If you recall, remember they were at the
Oh
wall,
yeah,
how it
yeah, yeah.
ended.
I remember
It's called
the
Armageddon. All
ending.
those just flying
I'm
creatures and stuff. That looks like it's going to be just an absolute blast to watch, I think.
Yeah. I will not say anything about the ending. I'm just going to say when I saw the ending,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Holy crap!"
Yes.
I was like, "Okay, this next one's going to have plenty of action in it." So if you watch the end of Retribution, you will know there's going to be a lot of action in Armageddon. I mean, the way
Armageddon. It
they
looks
end
like
it, there cannot be, no action in the next one. Otherwise, they're going
almost
to lose a whole lot of fans.
almost looks like a throwback to number two with a little bit of three thrown in there because of being
Oh
extinct and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, two
Two
with
with the darkness
three,
of it and
but
the
and a
grittiness of
little
the
bit of
film,
four if you think about the location, sort of.
and a little bit of four. Yeah, yeah. It's like
Yeah,
a dead
because
city. Yep.
they end off on that one central location.
Right. Right. Um, and this time it looks like they were going to be working for someone that was an enemy before, and I don't should we I don't want to give away who, but you know who I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah,
Looks like
well,
they'll be working
I'll
for it.
say this. Basically I'll just say the Red Queen
Hmm.
now is she's wanting to take over the world, wanting to kill
Yeah,
anybody that's still alive.
yeah,
So enemies have to unite to get rid of the Red Queen.
yeah.
So yeah, like you said, are going to have to work together
Together. Let's
in
just
the
put it
next
that
one.
way.
There's no choice.
Yeah.
There's no choice.
Okay, so let's come down to the individual ratings of each film,
Uh,
and then we'll give the rating of the overall average of the whole franchise or the whole film
all right.
collection as a whole.
Okay.
How many stars would you give Resident Evil 1?
Resident Evil 1, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay, and I would give it, you know what? You know what? I would have to give it, oh shit. Okay,
Hard
I'm
decision.
going to say a strong 3.75. Almost want to give it a 4.
3.75.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, and you'll see why. I mean, because we still have the other 4 to go. Because now for the second Resident Evil, which is Apocalypse,
Mm-hmm.
I personally really freaking enjoyed that one. I would give that one, give you some indication of how much I like it. I love it. I would give that one personally
Apocalypse.
a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5 because you
Really?
think,
A 5 for
yeah,
Apocalypse. Okay.
because they've
Wow.
got good characters, a
Oh,
good
wow.
storyline, and because you got the whole Nemesis thing going on there,
Yeah.
so Alice
Yeah.
has something to worry about the whole time, and
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
a
that
chess
surprises me
game.
because okay, well then that's interesting because then what would you give the third one then?
Oh, I'll
Extinction.
give Extinction there. Show everybody. I'm gonna give that one a 5,
Okay,
a
so you're giving
2.
Apocalypse and Extinction a 5.
Yeah, because Extinction's
Okay.
my favorite one. The reason being
Okay.
is you
Wow.
got a lot of new guns, some returning characters, some new,
Mm-hmm.
um, and the story it has a really good story and good location, and
Yeah.
I thought it was just awesome,
I enjoyed it as well, but
especially
personally
with the crows.
that yeah, that was fantastic and I would You know what? Now, don't get thrown off by the score. This is not bad in any way. I give Extinction a 3.5 out of 5. That's a good score. I know. I know you're
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah. You heard how silent I
Yeah,
got. I'm like,
I don't want you to think that 3.5 is bad. Let me put it to you this way: 3 stars already. Okay, 2.5 is already average. Not good, not bad.
yeah,
That's 2.5.
yeah.
Anything above 2.5 is already above average. Like 2.75 is already slightly above average.
Mhm.
When you give something 3 out of 5, bear in mind 2.5 is already just average. So when you give something 3, that's already well above average. That's already good. So anything above 3, so 3, if you get at least 3, that's already good in my personal opinion. So 3.5, that's only like 0.5 away from 4. That's fantastic, in my personal opinion, because I'm judging it by the other films around it. So
Uh-huh.
so you would give it a 5. I would give it a 3.5 for Extinction. Now what about Afterlife?
Afterlife. Dang. I'm gonna possibly be the stick in the mud here. Really,
Okay.
anyone but the first one. I'm just gonna have to give a 5 because
A 5
I just
for Afterlife?
I like them all. Afterlife I like
Okay.
because you got a couple of different locations. You got
Wow.
Alaska, Australia,
Wow.
and the
No,
ship they
oh,
end
whoa,
up
whoa,
going
no.
on.
Oh no, this is Afterlife. Not Retribution. Retribution was the holodeck one. This
Yeah,
is the
no,
one before.
no, no. I'm still talking about Afterlife.
Oh, okay.
Alaska,
Oh yeah, yeah. You're talking about the plane.
yeah,
Yeah. How
Los
can I forget
Angeles,
that?
and the
Yeah, yeah.
ship.
Never mind. Yeah. Right. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, you were thinking.
I was thinking you were talking about when they went to the different
Oh
things
yeah,
in that
yeah,
holodeck
yeah,
type place. So you would give that one a 5. Afterlife.
yeah. I
Okay.
give I give them really all at least 4 or 5 because
I okay. Well, I would have to give Afterlife. Let's see. If I give the first one 3.75, the second one a 4.5, 3 a 3.5, I would give Afterlife. You know what? I would give it a solid 4 out of 5 for Afterlife, and I would give Retribution. Let's see. You started off with that, and then okay. What would you give Retribution?
well, I already said a 5, but really, Retribution and Extinction are my favorite. Retribution
Ooh,
being one of
ooh,
my other favorite
really?
is there's so much action in this. It's just awesome.
Wow.
And plus, one of the things, and I know this may not make any sense, but Mila Jovovich's hair in this one looks the best out of any of the other Resident Evils. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'll
yeah.
show
It does. Her
everybody.
hair does look
There's her
nice.
hair in part one. Here's her hair in Apocalypse. Got longer. There's her hair in Extinction and Afterlife. But Retribution, it's darker. It's blacker.
Yeah, that is right. I did notice that it was darker.
Yeah, I
That's right.
quickly
And
noted
with
that
Ada
down.
Wong, you know what? Oh God. So you again, your score for Retribution?
Yeah, well. Let's go 4.5. I'm gonna go down half a
Four
number.
point
The
five.
reason being, hmm, kind of towards the end, the way it ends.
A little goofy with how everything
Yeah,
just kind
yeah,
of
yeah. That's that. Yeah,
when they kind of went
because
out of the way to bring back certain characters that you thought were gone.
yeah, it's you've
How
noticed
they
that
just
how
sort
they
of
do that in
popped up. Yeah.
some of the movies.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
just say how
and
they
at
just sort
some
of
point,
popped out of nowhere type of thing, without
yeah,
spoiling
you're
it.
like, could you have given me a little foreshadowing? This was
Yeah.
going to
Although I did
happen.
enjoy that final conflict though at the end.
I did.
I
Yep,
did
yep.
enjoy it and I had fun with that.
Oh yeah.
I personally, okay, Retribution. I would give it a solid 4 out of 5, just like Afterlife, equivalent to Afterlife. To me,
Nice.
those are to go hand in hand together. Now, as for total, we got to start wrapping it up. We're like nearing an hour here, but um, recording.
Wow.
What? Yeah. What would you give the overall franchise?
Overall
The
franchise, I would give
overall collect.
four.
When
I would
not
give four
franchise, the
point
film
five.
film collection, the entire film collection.
I would
So
give
that's fine.
4.5
4.5.
because my reason being 4.5. I love the series. I love everything about it. The only thing is they kind of always end the same.
With a cliffhanger.
Well, you take how part one ends.
Okay.
how part 2 ends, so on and so forth. It's
Yeah.
pretty much scientists, and the next one is evil.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I gotcha. I
It's
gotcha.
kind of how they always end.
Almost like a same basic formula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you really don't need to watch the end, but at the same time, you need to watch the end.
Because they do
That's why
still
I
tie
give it
into the next one
4.5.
as the entire film series, all 5 films. For me, I would give it a solid 4. And I believe
Nice.
Brian also would give it a solid 4 as well, as I asked him about this for as a series. I didn't get a breakdown completely of each film, but yeah, so 4 out of 5. 4. I'm talking, as a total for all 5 of them, and for you a 4.5. So in the end, there were some slight differences with with 3 and with 4 and 5, but almost like pretty much as a total, as a full, complete all 5 films, we kind of agreed there. Almost similar score there, right?
Oh yeah.
Being like 4.5 and a 4. Okay, so there we go. This was our first review here with Josh. You mind if I give out your last name? Is that okay?
No.
No. Okay, with Josh. Okay. Armantryx Alpha, which of course I'm going to leave a link down below. He's going to have this. Josh is going to have this same conversation. Well, there's going to be some slight differences, but he's going to have basically the same review that we did on his channel, which I'm going to link not only to his channel but to that video as well. So I hope you
Yeah.
folks
Check it
enjoyed it.
out.
And hey, I had fun doing this, pal. I mean, what did you think?
I did too.
This was great.
It's very
We gotta
rare
do
you
more.
actually meet someone that's willing to talk about movies, like
Yes,
hardcore talk about movies. It's
absolutely.
always like they want to just talk about the actor, or they want to,
Yeah,
talk about the story.
and here we tackled the whole franchise
Oh yeah,
of Resident
you
Evil.
mean
That
you
was
if you're
fantastic.
going
And
to talk about a movie, you got to go from actors to
mm-hmm,
action to
right.
lighting, sound, music, all that stuff.
Next time we got to get Aaron Pin in on this, and anyone else
Oh
from the
yeah,
Globe or whoever might be interested in joining in, on Skype.
oh yeah.
Be like a similar thing here, but it's too bad Aaron Pin couldn't join us. He's very very knowledgeable about these films, and I believe he actually enjoys this franchise as well,
I mean,
the Resident Evil
if you're a
franchise,
gamer, you
and which
like the
he's a big time
franchise.
gamer as well.
I've never played any of the Resident Evils except I played like a demo for the newest one, like part
Really, wait.
6.
So you haven't played the first one or second one like back in the day in PlayStation?
No, I never did, but I
Whoa!
played the demo
Oh,
for part
really?
6,
Interesting. Okay.
and it kind
Yeah.
of got to me. It's kind of scary a little bit because of the graphics and stuff. They do a good job on the 6th Resident Evil, so I definitely recommend playing them.
Which we can pick up now for 19.99. So platinum hits now. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Oh,
I'm gonna. We can still keep on talking here. I'm just gonna end the video. I'm just gonna tell the folks that
will do. Bye
I'm gonna close out and
bye.
just say thank you, folks, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please, 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 I implore you, please swing on over to Armantryx Alpha. That's Armantryx, and then there's a space, there's no underscore, and then Alpha. Go to his channel, Josh's channel. Check out all his videos. He does a lot of great LPs, Minecraft in particular. Give him a sub. Show him much love. Sub him, like his film, or not films, like
You can do that too.
like his videos. So hit that like button, leave comments. We all love comments. We love getting some feedback and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Just don't watch it and then just move on to the next. I mean, make sure you hit that like button, number one, and number two, leave a
Oh yeah.
comment.
Hit that sub
Um,
button too. Don't forget to hit the sub button.
and hit that sub button too if you're not already subscribed to this guy. I mean, he's really underrated. Just
Oh
a
wow.
great guy. I mean, I did look through a little bit of your videos, which I gotta find some time to dedicate to watch. I want to marathon your entire stuff. You know what I mean? To really
Yeah,
seriously sit down
just
and
don't watch the early stuff
watch. Don't
because I
watch
don't
the.
talk near as much as I do now.
Okay, well, I'll start back like around about a month back or something,
Yeah,
like
let's
when we
do that.
first, something like that. But just a fantastic guy all around. And make sure you check out this same review of the Resident Evil series, but from his perspective, and you can see what's going on his screen. Okay,
Oh
folks.
man.
I hope you guys enjoy this, and thank you, folks, for watching, and farewell. And Josh, want to say goodbye to as well?
Goodbye, everyone. Woo!
All right, here we go.